Cough. Ethan cough. Ethan cough, but Ethan cough. Oh boy. Yes, the big ones. We had a good discussion last night. You didn't key up. And everything. They don't want me no more. They don't want nothing to do with me no more. They don't want no bothers with me. You know. I talk to myself and I got a split personality. Personality walk, personality talk, personality smile, personality. Alright, you should be back from the candy store.
Hey Doc, it's gonna get deeper than that, Doc. Hey Doc, it's gonna get a whole bunch deeper than that. Hey yo, Doc, Dr. Love. Let's see, maybe that gentleman's out here. Maybe he's out here right now. Maybe he's sandbagging. Because I know his radio can get to you. His radio was up in my video gate today. So if it can get in my video gate, I know the man who sold me this mic, he can get to you, Doc. But you know what, Doc? I'm going to try my hardest after I switch locations and after I do everything I'm good for doing, showing and proving, after I make that first video gate with that AL82 on the table. So after I show you, this is what I'm going to do for you. First I'm going to show you his higher height with the AL80. I'm going to give you the first couple of weeks of video games with the AL80. And then one day, it's going to be like, yo, something sound right. Why you little short? And then that video gate, you're going to see a different box. And you're going to say, oh my, it looks the same. And Doc, right after I achieve that right there, right after I show and prove that, because I'm all about the game, I'm going to make it a personal mission to redo both those Virgin radios that man's got. He said, nobody's hands have ever been in my radios. He said, my radios are Virgins. Both my Cobra 29s are Virgins. Out the box, on the table, and smart enough to let nobody's hands go in it. But he says to me, Richie, I want your hands in it. He said, Richie, I trust what you're going to do to my Virgins. I've heard your Virgins. Woo! Bad hookers. Hey, Dr. Love, I'm going to do everything in my power to rebuild. After I do that man's 2 radios, I am going to rebuild his whole base station from the ground up. Every duck plug-in piece, but that radio and that mic. Dr. Love, you know who that man is, because you spoke to him. Dr. Love, and I'm going to make sure that when that boy keys up, he key up digger style. Hello.
Yeah, well, hey, it is what it is, man. The guy figured that he don't want nobody's hands in it, but he's gonna let you put your hands in it. And then the guy must have faith in you, Richie. He must be believing that you know your shit and you got something to do. I'm gonna tell you to turn the goddamn microphone down, but I remember it's a stop mic. So here on in, I want you to stop screaming in the goddamn mic, man, so I can understand what the hell you're saying. Stop screaming.
Oh, okay. I'll try not to breathe a little bit. I'll try to turn it down a little. I'll try not to, I took the stuffing out of it, man. I took the stuffing out of the duck plugger because I wanted to make sure that I was getting the full dynamic element there, Doc. But I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit, man. I'm gonna try and clean it up for you there. Put a little natural. Get the plate and the load right, because I'm severely underdriving the box. If I told you what I'm using for a power supply here, if I told you I'm hitting 2 MRF 455s with less than 6 peak envelope watts, and I'm running that 2 455 driver in low, and I'm only pulling 15 bird watts out of it, I'm only using it for 15 bird. I usually throw 40 bird up in here, but I'm only throwing 15 bird. I got the power supply system rigged up. I got the radio rigged up into the 2 455s, and I only got a slinging Doc. Oh. Hey, Dr. Love, I only got to do 60 bird. 15 bird. 60, it's a little under 60 peak envelope. Dr. Love, I'm only driving it with 15 bird, Doc. 15 bird. 40 peak more envelope watts than yesterday. Cool stroke and audio drive. Dr. Love with a 30-year-old stock mic. Dr. Love, the man's a good man. But you're right, Doc. He must have, something must have struck a chord. He must have heard something. He must have seen something. He must have been up in here enough. He must have heard those other side video gates. And you're right, Dr. Love. For a man who's got 2 Cobra 29s that he personally took out of the box and was smart enough not to let anyone's hands in them. He said he purchased them in the 80s, which means they're unit and chassis. Doc, for him to hold them so long. And I said, how come you didn't let nobody ever tweak them? He said, ain't nobody out there worth it. Ain't nobody out there can do what I want to do. He said, but I heard and I seen. He goes, and I'm not telling you. He says, I'm telling you, I want you to do them both. And you know what I said to him when I said anybody's here? He said, no, they're virgins. I told him they're free. I said, get them over here ASAP, because I'm doing both of those free of charge. That's how much I like virgins. You bring me a radio, I'll poke it 3 times with the bomb, and I will tell you if it is a virgin. And if I tell you it's a virgin, before I twist one duck plug a dig, I'm just taking volt readings in 2 places. Turning my bomb in without having to break out the analyzer. I'll show these duck pluggers what they don't know. Dr. Love, if I say the radio's a virgin, Dr. Love, I'm doing it for free. Because I want it to be known that the only fucking fingers in here was Richie's. You hear the sound? Can you feel it? Hey, Dr. Love, he's a real good friend of the big man, Dr. Love. You know who that man is. Hey, Doc, it's getting deeper than that, Doc. Doc, it's going to get deeper, and it's going to get a whole lot noisier on the corner. Hey, Dr. Love, well, you know what they should have did? They should have said, they should have stayed on their corner and enjoyed it. Now they decided they want to play with it. Guess what? I'm the boss of the corner. And I ain't settling for the other corner. I'm buying up the whole block, all 4 corners. Guaranteed. Richie Radio. Hello around CB Borough. Let me say hello to my future wife up there listening. Yo, listen. What your father don't know, girl, is that when I said those words, watch how many souls I jumped that night. When I was talking about jumping souls, talking about dancing, talking about the wedding night, watch what I do. Well, I forgot a little thing. Something I wasn't aware of at that moment. But girlfriend, when your soul jumps into me and I'm parading around, dancing, you're dancing now, and it feel good. Well, let me tell you something. When I actually feel and know my body just executed moves that I couldn't do, but I watched somebody do on stage, I know whose soul I got. I know my daddy just showed me. Hey, Joey, up yours. Dr. Love, have a good night. The Richie Radio show is over. Hey, Dr. Love, you know what they did? You know what those faggot-ass Avenue boys did? I'll tell you what they did. They didn't heed the warning of a real Ralph Avenue boy, a white boy, when he told them forget about it. Now they started a war that they're going to have to die to try to finish against a man way out of their league. Duck Plucker should have looked up one word. Nemesis. Dr. Love, have a good night. Me and this penetrator Mike got down.
Hey, Richie, listen. Don't go nowhere. Listen. I listen to you. You listen to me. Hear me out. Richie, if my station was sounding like your station, you think those guys mad with you? Richie, these mother cunts around the band would be fucking mad with me. They'll be sitting in front of my house seeing the fuck up and everything, Richie. If I had a station like you had your station, Richie, they'll be mad with me now. I swear to my mama, they would be mad. Richie, you hit me with a damn dead key with a 10-pounder. You see the Cobra 2000? You dead key me with a goddamn 10-pounder. Like this. I'm a pause. I ain't gonna say nothing. Dead key me like that. 10-pounder. You're on the plus sign. That's a 10-pounder. So when you talk, you do me a 30. A goddamn 30, man. I say, goddamn, look at this fucking little bit of modulation. I said, like if you go on New Jersey, man, you must be hitting somebody with a 9 and swinging to from a 10 to a goddamn 30. You got some kind of goddamn modulation on that. I see why these people out here are fucking mad with you, man. I see why. You got some goddamn women up in that goddamn station of yours, man. And if you had a goddamn beam, you'd be awesome, man. You see how Cricket out there talk on that goddamn China 26 and everybody be glad when he stand by? Because he hold the fucking hammer down so fucking long? If you had a goddamn TDL2 up there, a good ass, a good beam issue, you would be fucking bad as a motherfucker out here. Rick, you got a fucking carry over here. Big man is about a mile away from me. I'm not nowhere near the big man. Nowhere near the big man, okay? Walking distance.